Hi, my name is Wayne Cook from Colorado Early Colleges in Fort Collins, Colorado. And I just wanted to share a short introduction to how I am using multimedia, especially YouTube, to teach lessons. Because of the pandemic, I can't always make sure all the students are in class. So I started using YouTube to put out videos that will help the students to understand the class. And let me just go ahead and just go over some of the items I did. Go ahead and share the lessons here. And then if I go to, first of all, I have a Coding Alliance, which is my YouTube channel. It has various videos in it. And then when I get into the, you can see I don't have too many yet, but this is just something I just started up the second semester because I found it very frustrating trying to get across information when not all the students would show up to class and they all had questions about something. And so I found it easier to create the video and then actually incorporate it into a web page. For example, I have a creating Mancala with Java. And then this has the various steps we have on this. I start off with just creating a Mancala board and 2 players. Fairly simple. And they're learning about classes in Java. I also have this done for C++. Then just an example of basic boards that understand it. The other way that you can form a Mancala board is with an egg carton, which will give me the 6 items on either side. Then you take the lid and cut it in 2 and then put it into, attach it to the rest of the egg carton, and you'll have the Mancalas for each player. But on this then, we have then videos on this, the introduction to the basic Mancala board framework, and I can go ahead and play it. So then we'll go ahead and push you to the video. Then as it goes along, it goes and then shows you how to create a stub, because if you do any good programming, you know that how important stubs are, which basically a stub then just allows the proper parameters to be sent in to the function or method, and then have it pass out a reasonable value in return so you can start testing out other parts of the code. And so I think that this is important in teaching computer science. Then also I have the various levels so that people have been actually using these in various programs to color either their text or the background, and they've done a nice job of this. So this is an important part to do. And then I have one for just creating the basic moves of Mancala, which just is the dropping the stones. And one of the rules on it is you take up all the stones from one of the pits on your own side and start dropping them around, including your own Mancala. But if you have enough stones that you go completely around the board, you skip the opponent's Mancala. You don't want to give them any stones, because eventually that's how you determine a win, by who has the most stones in their Mancala. Then I have a description of how to create that, showing the code. And then for the wrapping up game, I actually just create the rules. And by this time, hopefully the students are able to know enough about coding that they can just follow the rules and add them, because they have all the pieces they need for the Mancala playing. They just need to add in, make sure that they then check for an empty side. That's one of the problems that happens the most. And I believe even in this one on the basic moves, I have it checked for an empty side so that they should be able to copy that directly. Then they can go ahead and start playing. And for me, this has really helped out. Then I think most of you probably played Mod Call It before, but this is the main thing I just wanted to show is just how I incorporated YouTube videos with pages. And that's it. So we'll go ahead and